Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. Yankees got rained out. So I don't know when you're seeing this, but we're gonna tell you the secret to why the Yankees have been winning, have been getting on, have gotten off to a very hot start. And what's the difference from last year's team? What are we seeing differently? What is the formula right now that's working that has the Bronx Bombers the best record in baseball? We're going to tell you that right here, right now. I apologize. My voice sounds a little weird. My allergies are really bad and like stuffy, but we're grinding through. So let's get right into it. Christian, what are a few things you got?
Well, I'll start off with the obvious ones. They've been pitching, they've been fielding, and they've been hitting. Everyone knows that. And when you do all those things to pretty much the best in the league, you're going to be one of the best teams in the league. I'll dive into stats a little later, but I'd like to start off what's different from last year. Obviously, lineup wise, you have Donaldson, IKF,
Higgy
and
Trevino.
I guess Trevino for additions, and then you've lost Urshela and Sanchez. So, lineup wise, yeah, you got a little better. I guess the question is this sustainable? I certainly think it is. I think last year it was kind of just never clicked. My biggest concern, though, with this team is that they get streaky. But, yeah, I'll dive into stats a little later. Ryan, what are you seeing so far?
I mean, well, you basically nailed it on the head. They're playing every aspect of the game better than what they did last year. The bullpen has been the best in baseball. Also, you talked about additions, subtractions. I think they made another addition, getting one of the best relievers in baseball, Michael King, this year, because this is his breakout season. We didn't have that really from Michael King last year. We saw glimpses of it, aspects of it, but we never fully saw that. So they added one of the best relievers in bullpen, in baseball that we didn't have last year. We didn't have that kind of production out of Michael King. They also got Miguel Castro, who's been pretty solid this year. Another power right-hander out of the pen that can do different things. And Aroldis Chapman was great in the first half last year. Awful second half. But Aroldis Chapman hasn't given up a run yet. So the bullpen's pitched at a very, 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 very elite level. And all that's doing is shortening games for the Yankees. So I'd say the bullpen has improved drastically. You go over to the fielding aspect. Obviously, you had Gary Sanchez behind the plate last year. He was awful. Really, really bad behind the dish. You got a lot better with Higgy and Trevino back there. And, the pitching staff has just gotten better than what it was last year. You're not getting Gary Sanchez's bat, but at the end of the day, Sanchez's bat wasn't as productive either way. You're just losing, honestly, in my opinion, you're just losing the power from the catching side. But I think you're gaining more at catcher than you had with Gary. Finally, we got a shortstop. No more Gleyber Torres. IKF got off to a little bit of a slow start. Said he felt the pressure, was a little nervous, but has settled in extremely well. Is playing great defense at shortstop. You got Josh Donaldson, veteran guy, veteran third baseman in this league, knows how to get the job done. He's made some great plays over there. You got Marwin Gonzalez, who's a super utility guy, plays basically every position but pitcher and catcher. Um, he's really good at what he does. And you got, in my opinion, the best defensive first baseman in baseball, Anthony Rizzo, who last year had COVID. Um, you know, but Anthony Rizzo has saved at least 5 runs this season for the Yankees.
And I think that's big because last year I didn't think his defense was great last year. Like he had some nice picks and stuff, but then it was
Yeah.
like a little shaky at some points. This year it's been excellent.
Yeah, I think it's another thing, having COVID, another thing, maybe getting used to, I don't know, maybe just getting used to his infield. I don't know. I really don't know, but he did have COVID. He wasn't really the same player, so probably just feels in better shape. We know that COVID, has the ability to, linger on people, and they don't really feel 100% even after they get rid of it. So maybe COVID was just bothering him all year. You got DJ LeMahieu, who another super utility guy, can do it all, and we'll get to him on the hitting side, but that's the fielding. So the fielding's gotten a lot better. The bullpen's gotten a lot better. The bullpen's the strength of this team. This bullpen's really insane. The offense, you got DJ LeMahieu back. He was playing hurt all last year. Wasn't the same player at all, but you got DJ LeMahieu's back, and you got his bat back, which is huge for this team. You got Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo. A lot of people wanted Matt Olson. A lot of people wanted Freddie Freeman. But Anthony Rizzo has been better out of the both of them. Anthony Rizzo's tied for the league lead in home runs. Anthony Rizzo's been very, very solid. Top 2 bare minimum hitter on this team. You could even argue 1, maybe. Probably not with Judge. But, at least a top 2 hitter on this team. Lefty bat, tells it all. You got Aaron Judge, got off a bit of a slow start, but, has hit 9 home runs, is also tied for the league lead in home runs. So you got 2 players on the same team tied for the league lead in home runs. You got Giancarlo Stan just doing Stantonian things. IKF, who's like a mini DJ LeMahieu, always puts the bat on the ball. Always seeing to not strike out, get base hits, big hits as well. Yeah. I mean, the offense has been better. You shake it up in the lineup a bit, and you even got some guys, not performing that great, like Donaldson or Gallo. So, they're really sky's the limit here. But the offense playing pretty well. You got Gleyber Torres. Hasn't been great, but he's been better as of late, which is a good sign. And the offense looks a lot better. They have the ability to put up big runs. They also have the ability to not, they got a lot of power guys. That's going to result in strikeouts. So, they also have the ability to get shut down once in a while. But if you're consistent enough where you're putting up a lot of runs each week or on a regular basis, and you're going to get shut down, a few times. That's consistent right there. As long as they don't go into big stretches where they can't score. So I think once we just gotta find out, how far they can take this. I think they're a good team. I think they have the ability to beat any team in the league, and they're doing it all right now. And we'll see how far they can take this thing. But like I said again, it's 20 games, so small sample size. But let's see if they can keep this up.
I got 3 big things. And it's sort of like more of the underrated aspects. The first one, I hate that I'm saying it, but I have to. And I'll tilt my camera down so I can knock on wood. The injuries. I don't know if we've ever made it into May. Who's been hurt? Herman? Is that it's been unbelievable. Everyone's been staying on the field. Um, Obviously helps that there's really no like COVID IL anymore. So we can avoid that. But there has been no injuries so far, and that's been huge. My next big thing, it's been the bottom of the lineup. I think we saw it in 2021. Just having a dead bottom of the lineup, it's a killer. And that's really what stops the offense. Um, we became reliant basically on Judge and Stanton for stretches last year. But this year we have like guys like IKF, Higgy or Trevino,
Aaron
Torres,
Hicks, who's been okay.
Hicks, I guess. And they've been producing at the bottom of the lineup and just flipping it back over to the top, scratching out 1 or 2 runs a game. And that's been huge. We've even won a few games off that. My next big thing is LeCastro. I thought he's been huge late in the game. We had Tyler Wade last year. LeCastro's filling that role much better than Tyler Wade. He's older. He's got a little more experience. I think he can read pitchers better, a better feel for the game. I remember Tyler Wade had like a really weird play last year in Boston, if you remember that. I think LeCastro, we were upset when Tyler Wade went, but I wanted Tyler Wade to be on the team to like, sort of like a Marwin Gonzalez, like playing. But LeCastro is much better suited for that pinch runner role. I mean, it feels like we get a guy on base late in the game, that run's going to score. So that's really nice to have. And then obviously you mentioned it, but the defense, it's been huge. Second in defensive runs saved, and a big improvement from last year. We have Torres, who's back to second, playing an excellent second base. IKF has been nothing but awesome, and it's really all been coming together. Yankees are leading the league in homers with 35, second in slugging, second in WOBA, first in WRC plus because the Rockies get kicked out of that since it discounts for the ballpark. The Rockies fall to 11 because of their cheap stadium. And Yankees are second in ERA at 2.6. The next closest is 3.1. So, I mean, they're doing everything right.
And
obviously, a little bit of regression is expected, but if they keep playing good baseball, doing the little things, they're gonna keep winning.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to. The only thing, I think it's safe to say, that the pitching's, was consistent basically pretty much all year last year. This year, it's better, but I would still say the pitching's always consistent. The thing is, if you look at their like, record, right? Great record. They haven't. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've lost back-to-back games all
They
season.
have.
They have when?
Red Sox and then Blue Jays. So the third and fourth game of the year.
Okay, they have. All right, so they did that one time. But, early on, they were winning games solely on their pitching. The offense was not good. I mean, they got shut out by the Orioles. They got shut out by the Orioles. They scored 1 run in 11 innings against the Orioles. The offense was not hitting at all. Could say it was due on the cold weather. There was some things we heard with the baseball. It could just be that. But then all of a sudden, the offense goes unstoppable, right? You can't, they scored like double-digit runs like 5 times in like 7, 8 games, something like that. Yeah, they literally, you couldn't get them out. They were very, very good. So, it could just be streaky. It could have just been from the baseball. That'd be the thing I look out for, to see, just because their pitching has the ability to carry them, right? So you're not totally thinking about the offense like in the beginning, right? You look at their record. It's not like, Christian, they were like, last year losing 7 in a row, right? Or something like that. And then after they had won 14 in a row. That's because
it was lost 11 of the next 13 games after a 13-game win streak.
Yeah, but with their pitching being better now, it's able to carry them for that.
Well, I was literally just gonna say that it's like a safety net almost. We saw it at the beginning of the year. The
Yeah,
offense was like putrid. We even made a video saying the Yankees will not win until or the Yankees won't be like a really good team until this changes. And we basically just talked about the offense for like 10 minutes because we said it. The Yankees were playing really good baseball. Like defense was awesome, pitching, bullpen, it was perfect. And we were saying they were still winning games like that, even with the offense putting 1 to 4 runs a game. So once that offense clicked, it was only a matter of time till, you know,
yeah, and
something
I
like
kept I
this.
kept saying to everyone, and a lot of people were saying this too. If this team starts hitting, watch out. And they did, and they won 11 in a row. So we just got to see really with the offense. That's what I'm banking on. Um, you know, there are some situations they got to do a little bit better. Runners in scoring position. I mean, they had tons of opportunities. Was that Wednesday against Toronto? But we'll see. It could have just been early on with the baseball, because the baseball wasn't working or whatever. I don't even know if it still is now. The weather was colder. They were playing in a ton of cold games. It could
First,
just
like, first 5 games of the season, or like 10 games of the season, you know? They haven't seen
yeah.
pitching in however long.
So we'll have to see what happens. But, at the end of the day, they're doing well. They got the best record in the league. Um, they just gotta continue to win series, continue to win ball games. They play the Texas Rangers next. We did a series preview on that, so go check that out. The Rangers look like a very beatable team. So, just play good ball. Don't lose series to bad teams like you did that one time to Baltimore. Just continue to get wins and you'll be in a good spot. The only thing I'm concerned is just don't be streaky. Come on, don't be streaky. Just go out there, do your job. It sucks. No game today. Game got rained out. So that stinks. And then we got a double header on Mother's Day, Sunday. So we got 2 games. So see what happens. But that's really been the difference so far. And if they just continue to get wins and continue to pile on, and then be able to add on to the roster at the trade deadline, then you really have a different team than what you had last year. And um, sky's the limit. So, and one more thing. I know we're kind of getting a bit off track here. At least I am. If they continue to play good ball, and they've already shown me they have the capability, I think as long as they play correctly, they have the potential to be the best team and come out of the American League. So that's what we got. And Chris, you got anything else? Yeah, so that's been the difference so far. Tune in tomorrow, 1:00. Hopefully that game doesn't get rained out. We might be playing the first triple header since 1800. They're not going to do that, but you never know. You never know. The Reds and the Orioles, I think, we're the last team to do that. All right. That's all we got. Let's go get a sweep. 3 games in 2 days. All right, Bronx Sox. That's all we got. As always, keep talking.